Welcome to edition number 74 of Drive With Me, GR86 vlog, POV vlog sometimes. You can see that today would be a POV where I drive to my taco spot that I go to every Sunday called Munchies. KB here, nice 8:55, 50 degrees. It's nice and chilly out here. Got the heater blasting. Let's go ahead and catch up right here. Holidays next week. Vacation time. Slow at work. Pretty chill week this week, at least to the weekend, right? Didn't get to watch any movies yet, besides Sonic, the first two, because I want to watch the third one. But yeah, pretty chill week. Not much going on. Friday we had our holiday party with our friend group called Chop City. You know, it's a friend group of people that met in college. I think 90% of us are graduates at this point with our careers, and you know, we all love each other to the point where we want to party all the time. And I don't mean all the time, but like all our functions tend to be the same group now. You know, and back at the time, we would get chopped up all the time, you know. To the point where we call it Chop City, and it really is the name of our clique. But yeah, it's a mixture of just a bunch of us that met in college, either their Greek life or just friends of friends. So we had that Friday night at the same spot I had the LAN party this year, Extra Life. I was up till like 4 a.m., so my sleeping schedule got jacked up. You know, had a couple of drinks. Spent the night, of course. You know, no drinking and driving here. It's a great time. Then Saturday, while being exhausted, had another party with my family. My girl's family. Whole different vibe though. Friday night was the house party. This was a hall party with a DJ, dancing. You know, I went up there and danced a couple of songs, but I need to get more comfortable and show out. Because my girl's a dancer. She loves dancing. And I got two left feet. But we'll get there eventually. But other than that, I've been chilling this week. Not much to write home about. Oh, I guess, you know, Eric's fixing this S2000 up. And yesterday when I was trying to nap, to catch up to prepare for this second party, he picks me up, or he comes over, he's like, hey, go ahead and drive this thing. I need you to know how it drives. First off, go-kart. I forget how small that car is. Second of all, we had the top down, and I think that got me sick. It's pretty chilly so far, right? Third, man, his transmission, or the H pattern in that car is so much smaller than the 86. Like, the best way to explain it, here it's first, second, and then you can push up and I'll go directly to third. But I feel like there's more space in between the gears. Whereas in the S2000, the slots are tighter. Apparently it's meant so you can just quickly shift much faster, right? But from second, I kept going to fifth with no effort. It was crazy. And what I mean by that, right, going to third, I just push up third. In his, if I just slowly pushed it up, and if I wasn't precise about it, I was in fifth. And it had to do with being an old transmission. You know, it's also a little floaty, if that makes any sense. But it still drove really well. He did something to the steering, which feels a lot heavier. That's why I'm like, man, it really does feel like a go-kart. The only thing different about it was that in this car right here, if I do this, the car's already reacting to it. His, it still has a little bit of play. Like this right now, I wouldn't be able to do this in this car. Oh, then the clutch is long as hell on those cars. So I had to like sit super far in. If I were to compare it, you know, this is like the bottom out, right? It was like this at least, right? Whereas the 86, it's like this. This is like that. It's just more like half of it, half the length. So, and then his back point was all the way at the top. Now, something I will bring up: these cars are very noisy mechanically. So much more noisier that even in the S2000, on here you hear the clutch grab and click almost. You won't hear it through the microphone, but you can hear it. I couldn't hear that in this car. It just runs that point that, you know, these are mechanically noisy cars. For anyone wanting to buy one, you know, I see a lot of people, you know, put on sound dampening. You know, oh, the car's too noisy, and that's a valid opinion. You know, it looks much fancier than it is. So you expect, you know, some fancy features, if you will. But I always tell everybody this car is super bare bones. All these buttons here are just for AC. Everybody sees this, they're like, oh my god. Like, dude, it's just AC. But yeah, this is a noisy ass car compared to anything else. But yeah, I was driving that around, and I had to think, well, I'm shifting, you know, to third at least. But yeah, the transmission is a lot looser than this. Where I feel like in a car like that, it's much easier to actually go into first instead of third. Whereas this one, I'm sure because it's new. But even at 34 or approaching 35,000 miles, you know, I still, like, this thing is still stiff as hell. You know, and it lines up right in the middle when you let go of it. Whereas his car, it's kind of like where it used to be. It did improve with the changes he's been doing, and the main change he's been working on is the suspension. Whereas before, that car was bumpy as hell. Like, lower cars normally are bumpy, but that one was a disaster almost, if there was any sort of imperfections. But it did something about bushings or something like that. I'm not sure. And he got it up and working. Okay, he brought his truck out this time. Okay. said he got tired of his 300. He gave me the peace sign this time. Okay. I was waiting for it. Mi troquita a la verga. Yeah, the hunger's starting to hit. Just how I want it. But I wonder if you guys can hear all that. Like, this car, it's noisy. So if you're, like I said, if you're cross shopping for this car, please test drive it, because to some people, it kills it. It kills that driving experience. For me, I don't mind. I like it. Anyway, next vlog's gonna be after Christmas and some holidays, before New Year's though. So you guys have a good Christmas, good Sunday. Peace.